Hello, 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 DrayBarrels, and happy Advent, Governor.
Happy Advent to you. Where is he?
Is he over there?
He's gone. He came for a week and left us, the coach.
I know.
What a lot of fun that was last week. I really did enjoy it.
It was, and I know he's down for another one soon, and I believe they're queuing up at the door now, knocking at the door to come and join us.
On the cellar doors, rattling them. I got it double bolted. I have no riffraff here.
No, yeah, and it's very selective, so we'll see what we deem appropriate. But hey, I just want to compliment you quickly on your first little Advent review that's gone out this week, and just great.
Well, first day of the Advent calendar. We've been promising it for months, and got the ball rolling. So I hope everyone's been enjoying that. We'll be doing one every day up until Christmas, and who knows, maybe even a live one on Christmas Day if we can work out the timings.
Yeah,
we've been good boys and girls. But no, have a look at that. It's a bit of fun. They're shorter than usual, but there's some good stouts, some good winter ales, and some good Christmassy style drinks out there that we'll be sending out your way for everyone to have a look at. But before we get going, I just apologise. I'm on the iPad tonight. We've had to move the computer with all different things going on, and it's in my son's room. He's in bed. So on the iPad, but I'm sure it'll come out okay on the audio, if not the video. We'll see what happens. Oh, the wasp attacking you again, is it? He's back.
Yeah, he's back. Sorry about that.
He enjoyed the review. He enjoyed the review last week. He's back again. Anyway, if anyone does see me, I am sucking on a different beer at the minute. I've got a Desperados original beer, which is tequila based. So just sucking on that at a minute before we get going on our reviews.
That'll knock you for six, won't it? Oh, I got myself a winter welcome ale. I'll review it later in the season, but just to tie me over a bit Christmassy, you know. So some more sniffs, but yeah, here we go. Anyway, I just want to introduce to our DrayBarrels our normal segment.
Oh, yeah, it's beer news of the week.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, I got a little segment.
That's all right, because I've got a little one, which avid fans of the show will know what I'm referring to. So I'll just may as well crack on first. Mine is to do with a pub that we fondly regale about after only ever spending one night there, which was the Highwayman Inn. Now, big news around these parts, folks. It's back open. I did go there last year. Travelled past it and sent some photos to the ref and another friend of ours, the Daffmeister Morgan Steinster. But it was shut, unfortunately, so I couldn't go in it because of COVID at the time. Pleased to say it's back open again, but this is hot news in the countryside here, because this is on the foothills of Dartmoor. For Christmas, you're going to have the beers in as usual. They're going vegan. They're going vegan with their menu.
Oh, gosh, no.
It's already been dubbed Britain's most eccentric pub. They pull it out of the bag. What the fuck is there welcoming to?
Is it permanent or just for Christmas?
I don't know. I'm not sure, actually. I think let's see how it goes. I think the landlord and landlady. I think the landlady's a vegetarian, but he's brought it in. But probably because they can just make more coin, you know.
Yeah.
So talk of the turkey drought over here for Christmas because of the butchers and things like that. So I reckon he's saying, "Oh, have a vegetarian option. Here's a 15 quid plate of veg."
Oh, jeez. What about the gravy? Is it made with vegetable juices and no meat fat? I'm just worried.
That'd be vegetable gravy. My wife has that. She's one of them and all. And my sort.
I like to mix the meat fat in with my gravy. I like to put the potato water in to make the gravy because it adds to the taste as well, you know. But I don't know. I think they're going to suffer a little bit. I got to be honest. I think they'll lose. But there we go.
I think you could be right. So that's my little bit of news. That was just because I know that we have mentioned them quite a few times at pub. And hopefully if I'm down that way again, which I'm sort of working my way around the southwest at the minute, because it's open, I might be able to pop in, have a pint, and do a live review, because people deserve our DrayBarrels, especially the American ones, and a lot of our friends in Australasia and Asia and the Middle East. They're not going to get the opportunity to, come over and experience that. Well, maybe they will, but they might not ever get over to these shores. So show them what a real old eccentric English pub looks like. So fingers crossed for that. Anyway, back to your news.
Well, no, talking about pubs as well, there's another famous pub I'm going to delve into this week, and it's called, what was the name? Oh, it's the Tan Hill Inn in our old favourite place for breweries in Yorkshire, of all places. And what happened, there's been a big storm in Britain this week, and some DrayBarrels may have seen it on the news, but 61 people were stranded in this pub in Yorkshire because of the snow for several days, I believe. I don't know if they're...
The couple, just to interject, left this morning. They were there since last Friday, snowed in. It's on a bit of a hill. And, But do you know who they were snowed in with?
An Oasis tribute band, right?
Yeah, Oasis tribute band called Noasis, who occasionally would get up and have a sing-song. It was like the world's longest gig.
But they were in good spirits because they had plenty of beer. That's the key, DrayBarrels. And they also had Grease to watch on the TV as well. So they had a Grease.
I didn't know the fact about Grease. Well, I wonder if the old the false Liam Gallagher was singing along to that in a Liam Gallagher fashion. That'd be awesome, wouldn't it?
Imagine that. Yeah.
Grease lightning. Yeah. I can imagine. It's awesome. Now that was a bit of local fun, wasn't it? If you're going to be stuck anywhere, be stuck in a pub with plenty of beer, plenty of food, and plenty of logs to burn, and you'll be happy days, wouldn't you, eh?
Marvelous. And I don't know, I think the sleeping arrangements, what I read is they just banked down, up in the pub. I'm sure there were some rooms above, but I thought that was really interesting and fun and good spirits, good spirits.
If it was me, if I'd have been up there, maybe after a day, maybe after one night, I might have gone a bit Jack Torrance on us and started acting a bit like the old Shine.
In a like Liam Gallagher.
She creeps.
Oh my God. But it's pretty, it's 1,732 feet above sea level. So it's right up there, folks. It's a pretty...
Just got cut off. The storm was quick and the drifts come in, and this country isn't equipped like parts of America and parts of sort of mainland Europe, where they have snow tires and they have the snow plows readily available. They're just not over here.
No.
And so they just had to sit it out. Imagine ringing your... I went to that gig on Friday, boss. Yeah, I'm still there. It's Monday morning.
I'm looking. Oh yeah.
What are you going to do about it? I tell you, it wouldn't stop though. Amazon. The Amazon delivery guy, he'd fucking get there. He'd get there.
You find a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. Where's an Amazon man, there's definitely a way. And but it was the news on Fox News and the New York Times, and I picked up the story on Fox News. So it shows how big that story got.
Foxy. Come on then, let's. I know it's up in these beers, but what beer have you got to review?
No, you start, because I did official beer news. And so you get the ball rolling.
Oh, gosh. Yes, you are the ref after all. So we'll bow down to your request. So, we are into Advent. We're nearly into day 2 of it over here. And I know you're currently in the middle of day 1. So, I've got this glass. I had it in my review. I'm going to use it as often as I can. So I've gone for a big old glass with old Father Christmas there, pouring some toys down a lovely little gingerbread house chimney.
Yeah.
So keeping it festive with that. But I have stepped away from the festive and stout sort of thing, just for a change really, because I have got in other news, just a quick aside, folks, I've got an advent calendar that my dear wife bought me from Brewdog. Different beer every day. Chalk it up. So I had one of them earlier. I've gone for a pale ale just to break it up. Not seasonal at all, although I did have a nice pint in a pub earlier of Santa-tastic, which was an IPA. Beautiful little Christmas drink.
Yeah, we saw. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I sent you a picture of that one. And at £2 a pint, you can't argue with it. It was a nice drink. Anyway, maybe I'll post about that another time.
Yeah,
this is from Hatherwood Brewing, and this is Plunged Orange Pale Ale. Now, this, if you have a look closely at that, there we go. There's the picture. A few weeks ago, I did post a picture of another one of their beers I drank, which was Twisted Knots American IPA with a cool little octopus on the front of it. On here, we got the old diver's helmet at the bottom of the sea and a couple of turtles and floating hops around. Now, Hatherwood Craft Beer Company, it's a front, really. It's just Lidl. They've just named it Hatherwood. Okay. It's their craft beer range. So I've got a couple of beers in the fridge. I wanted to step away, like I said. So let's give this a review.
Okay.
So here's the pour. So it should be orangey in smell. Let's have a go. Get my hoot around that. Little hint of citrus there.
You conk.
Like I've just someone's wafted a satsuma under me conk. But here we are.
That's a tall glass, isn't it?
Now I've gone for a tall glass for a stubby fucker. There's a reason for that. As I was researching this earlier, having a little look, I saw a chap on there that had, I don't know, it was Untapped or whatever, one of those ones, and he'd reviewed it. And he said that he put it in a small glass because it was a stubby fucker. And then he put in brackets, what's the fucking point in making cans that small? Which sort of goes along with what we say. But
yeah,
he was drinking it out of like a smaller glass, and he said it was just too sickly and it was too punchy. And he said when he had a second can, he poured it in a bigger glass and he enjoyed it more. So let it breathe a bit better, a bit more room in there. So
right.
Let me give it a sniff now. It's been poured for a few seconds. Yeah, there's definitely the smell of a zestiness to that, like the rind. So let's give it a taste. Come on.
We were going to say rhinestone cowboy there.
Well, there is a flavour to it.
Oh, interesting.
Well, like that chap, I'll give it a go. It might grow on me, but at the moment, it's like a basic pale ale with a rind of a mandarin in it or something like that. It's not up my road, but we'll see how it goes. So the pour's on. So will you join me, sir?
Oh, absolutely, sir. If I may, sir. But I will. I'm going the opposite direction to the governor because we can't get enough of stouts. I am doing a stout called Clown Shoes, a fistful of the Unidragon. Look at that.
Oh, you picked another one with a fantastically long name.
Look at the artwork, though.
Oh, man, it looks like a fucking futuristic Chuck Norris.
It's almost like it could be like a the Dark Tower type of what was he called?
Yeah, gunslinger type thing.
Yeah,
right. And he's got a pipe on, is he? Is there a bit of a glare there? Has he got a pipe on?
Sorry about that. It's this bloody light out here. He has, he's got a little.
It's not a pipe. It's a
cigaretto that.
You got a little stogie.
Then the Man with No Name kind of has, right, in the Fistful of Dollars trilogy.
Yeah.
And it's a 12.5. So it's pretty strong.
Oh, fuck my old boots. Come on then, get the pour on.
And it ain't no stubby fucker. So.
No, right. I'll have to look up that guy. I'll have to see if I can find that review, see if he's on the old Instagram, tap him up.
You have to definitely have a look, just to find out. So yeah, look at that.
Oh, that is dark. That is like you are doing an oil change on your car, and not like my neighbour does.
I hear a car in the background, actually, somebody revving it. No, yeah, you're right, but it's not much of a head, is it, Gav? It's not much of a head.
Whoa.
Going on there.
Taking me back to that engine oil stuff you had about this time last year.
Oh, I forgot about that. It was dreadful, wasn't it? I was sick, wasn't I?
Don't mess your inside. I had to cover for a week, didn't I?
You did.
Don't mess your insides up.
Did.
Not now we're into Advent. You don't want to mess your insides up again. Go on then.
This is an Russian Imperial Stout aged in bourbon barrels, and it actually has the smell of bourbon on it. Oh fuck! What am I doing? This is Stout season, and what am I doing on Advent? Starting with something.
You are like that kid. It runs DrayBarrels. I've known this man for many years, and I know a bit of his history when he was a youth. And he gets so excited about events coming up that he often spoils it on the very first day. I won't regale his adventures with Easter eggs when he was 8, 9, 10 years old, but you know, there's a greediness to this man that can spoil the rest of his time. Yeah. Maybe it's a Welsh thing, because young Damien done that when we went to Ireland, got overexcited on the ferry and ended up ruining half of his trip, didn't he?
And my brother's the same, and I'm worried about him coming to Texas the first day. He'll just mess it up come January the 16th. He'll just be so excited by it all that something will go wrong. He'll get arrested or some shite. But anyway.
Fingers crossed. Come on then, let's have a little first impressions.
Oh shit, that does taste strong. That does. You know, we talk about some beers being strong and not really tasting strong. This does. It's bitter, thoroughly bitter. It's not fizzy in any way, but it's strong. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say right now. Let it linger a little bit. I can definitely taste that bourbon. I'll say that.
You have to let it linger. Zombie. That's going to be you at the end of that pint, like a zombie. It'd just be you keeled over and your son shaking you.
I know, and there is some. They say of this notes of chocolate and caramel. I can pick that up, and it has a bit of a burn. Take it easy on this one. It's delicious, but it'll knock you to your bottom.
Oh, I like that. Well, those Russians don't fuck about. I mean, for that's just like a shandy for them. A 12.5. They used to drink cupfuls of pure vodka.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's not obviously, but it's
the Polish guys I worked with. Fucking hell, the spirits they put away. They would just have like a normal mug, like a normal China mug you get, and they would just sit, fill it to the top with vodka, and just sit sipping it neat.
And you know, my old granddad was Polish, and we used to go up his allotment when we were kids. And,
that's because he got pissed up in the war, woke up in Wales.
Well, married to a Welsh lady. What happened here? And he regretted it ever since, because he had to constantly deal with grandma and aunties. And it was just, he used to go up the allotment to escape those ladies and drink vodka. So he always had a big bottle of vodka in his greenhouse.
Oh, brilliant. I love that type of thing. Just got to go up and check on the tomatoes again. He's just up there, absolutely canned. Brilliant.
So yeah, that's I'll let this settle a bit, or I should drink it, but I'm like...
Okay, so let me just interject, because I've got correspondence, which definitely on this beer you could not do. Now, this was from an account that we've got, because we've got accounts all around the world, as you know.
Yeah.
And this is from Cyan Weibo, which is Sina Weibo, which is the Chinese version of Twitter. But this is from an Englishman, an expat, if you will, who contacted us on our first ever message on that, which is why I was quite excited about it. And he's just known as Wide-Eyed Phil 81. So his question is, why don't you chug your beers?
Oh, okay. So it's a question.
Well, he's put that at the start. Why don't you chug your beers? And he put, when he has a beer, he likes to drink as many as possible.
What? So why don't you? I don't
think I've ever really been into that, to be honest.
No, I don't think we have. I mean, there was times in uni where like, get it down your neck, drink as fast as you can. And my uncle, my late great David, he was always like, come on, sup up, get it down, and you can't leave any. And he was like rushing me to drink. And I think there's a certain peer pressure associated with that, right?
Certain ways that people drink beers. And yeah, I mean, we used to drink a lot of beer, mainly lager, like we talked about. And then there'd be a point in the night, someone go, go on, down it, and down maybe a pint. But people do chug beers in America, don't they? They like to have a chug, especially at frat parties and things like that.
Oh, right, yeah. It's like
where we would be on, if we were playing drinking games, it wouldn't be with beer, it'd be with spirits, wouldn't it?
It would.
Which was our great doing.
Yeah, it put you off. Like me and the governor, just a bit of history, folks. We used to do, and with several other members of the household, we used to play card games in the early days, and it was like vodka card games. Do you remember that? And it put me off vodka for life, and it was
I'm not a fan of spirits after our adventures that year. But but chugging beers, I think, is more of it's the type of thing you do when you're younger. I can't even remember the last time I downed a pint like that. I mean, talking about drinking habits, I think I drink my pint fairly steady if I was out chatting and that, where someone like my brother would have a pint, exactly the same pint as me, and he maybe sip like about an inch at the top, and I'm sort of down to sort of an inch from the bottom. And I go, do you want another beer or not? And he'd go, yeah. And then he'd just down his whole pint in one. And that's how he drinks. He drinks every pint like that pretty much.
Yeah.
Weird.
I don't know if we actually ever... I don't remember doing that so much. I know we drank a lot, but it was... And I drink big gulps, you know? I can't with this. I drink a big gulp and a big...
Chuck.
Yeah. But it's like the yard... No. Oh, yeah. It's like, oh, no.
I mean, we did do it. We've done it with the old yard of ale. We've done that. But that's... You know what you're getting when you do a yard of ale, but to go out and just chug beers, it's not our thing.
No, some people will probably be able to, but I would say most of the folks I know are the same way. I can't see many of your brother's an exception there.
Well, he doesn't. Yeah, but he doesn't chug it. He just drinks slow, and then he said, "Oh, do you want another pint?" Thinking he's like, "Oh, no, you don't want one." He'll suddenly go, "Oh yeah," drain it, and then go and get another one. But yeah, it's one of those. I mean, like nowadays with the stouts and all the beers we tend to drink, and we do still drink lager. I like to drink them steady and enjoy them. If you chug a craft ale that someone's put a load in, or what, you're going to get a taste for a few seconds in your mouth, and it's over, isn't it? Like this, we're letting this, seeing what the taste is fully like after a couple of minutes.
Definitely.
And going back to this isn't too bad. Now, it's not brilliant. Don't get me wrong, it's not brilliant, but actually, there is like a funny like tang at the back of your mouth. But yeah, you know, you've got to give things a go like that. So chugging, Phil. I did send you a message back to listen in, so hopefully that's answered your question.
Well, I want to interject quickly, and I think it just pertains to us as well. Sometimes chugging as well, you don't really appreciate the tastes, and we're here to review a beer.
Exactly.
Exactly. So we want to sap it and just flavor it and let it settle and try and pick out more flavors as it warms up. So we're not rushing.
I tell you what. Let's extend the olive branch. Why don't we have a Christmas special, or some point over Christmas, you and me have a drink, and then we'll have a lager halfway through and we'll chug it. Just all right.
Okay. It could be messy because I'm not one for chugging like the governor here, but it could half end up here and I could be but let's
we used to do the old there was a drink come out. I think I may have mentioned it before. It wasn't. It was like one of those alco pop drinks called Red Square.
Oh, okay.
Tasted a bit like Red Bull type of thing, you know, with alcohol in it. And you used to put a straw in the top of the bottle and then rocket it and it would go. Or these kids now, they put a tiny pinhole, don't they, in the bottom of a can. They put their mouth over it and then they undo the can and it makes them chug the beer that way.
Yeah, I've seen it on there's this comedy show here called Ridiculousness. It's on MTV and my son watches it a lot. And I've seen them do it on that. It's kind of basically a new version of Jeremy Beadle's You've Been Framed type of thing, you know.
With the long and short arm of the law. Well, maybe we should do it, a DrayMen's special on drinking techniques and try these ones out. I've never tried a can like that, so I'm up for it.
I'm up. Maybe we can get the coach involved in that one. But just see what happens.
Be all over his office again, eh? Right, let's go back to. I'll get back to this. So, as I said, this is one of Lidl's range, and Lidl is it used to be a binner supermarket, but it tends to be quite one of the better ones now for produce and things. And they have their craft beer range, which is this Hatherwood one. Well, interestingly enough, it's actually brewed by Britain's oldest brewer. It's from Faversham, Kent, our very own Shepherd's Neame.
Oh,
they brew all of these Hatherwood craft beers on behalf of Lidl. So that's in Faversham, Kent, as I've said, and Shepherd's Neame is from 1698 recorded. So that's the first one over in this country, and I'll give them a big. I don't think I have before. I'll give them a big review one of these days, and we'll go into them. So with the range they've got Twisted Knot that I said before. They've got Total Legend, which is a dark ale, Bitter Iron, which is a bitter IPA, and a Red Rye Captain and a Green Gecko IPA. So, you know, fair play to Lidl. I know they're cashing in on the craft beer thing, but at least they've got some out there, you know, and they're not the greatest. But a Twisted Knot, I didn't mind that at all. That was a bit of a grapefruity one.
Yeah.
Quite nice. This orange one isn't, I wouldn't buy this one again.
Okay.
Without getting to the review. But that's the good thing about it. You can try them and they're inexpensive. It's like less than £1.50 a can, £1 a can maybe. So
it's good to see a supermarket doing something like that, you know. It's encouraging. And I don't know if that kind of mirrors how craft beers are coming in the UK, whether it's like all the supermarkets are kind of doing this as well. Or Lidl's are really kind of focusing a little bit more. I'd like to see what Morrison's are doing, I'll be honest with you.
Well, as they've done their own range of ones.
Okay.
They looked pretty shit. The artwork wasn't very good. I like the fact they've gone for a little bit of an artwork, and the Twisted Knot.
Yeah, I like
lovely.
that. Yeah, I like that. And our supermarket of choice when me and the good wife lived on Barry Island was always Morrison's. So I'm always curious about them, you know. I think it was the most convenient for us. But I'd like to, you know, maybe if you get chance, or maybe when I come over next, try and get down Morrison's and see what's going on.
I was in Morrison's 2 nights ago.
Oh.
And I lucked out. I walked in. I was down in Crediton, actually, and I walked in. I was just mooching about. I had an hour to kill, and it was raining outside, and all the other shut at 5 o'clock. It's dark, so I thought, where can I go? Morrison's. Not been in this one before. Like tucked around the corner. I was walking about, and up by the bakery section, I thought, I might get like a little snack to eat. Because still had, I don't know, at 5 o'clock. I weren't going to get home to about 9 o'clock. And as I went past the bakery bit, like the hot plate next to it with the chicken rotisserie and all that was shut. And on top of the counter was all these paper bags. I thought, I wonder what that is. All reduced. 30p chicken breast sandwich, hot, 30 pence. And some like chicken, some potato wedges in a box like this.
Yeah.
30 pence. 60 pence. I had a nice little meal there. It's lovely.
That is a bloody bargain. That's like $1. That's $1 for lunch right there.
Yeah,
And
exactly. I mean, if I'd have been going home like then, they had 8 chicken wings for £1 and loads of lovely stuff. But no, I left them for other people. I wasn't greedy. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I was in there, and actually, I've got a beer from Morrison's that I've been holding back, and I don't know why I've held it back, but I should maybe next week I'll do it.
Yeah,
because we're doing all of the Advent, it won't fit in with that, so I'll do it next week.
Okay, yeah, and I got chalk that up, and I got Belgian beer that Yorick's been on to me. When you're reviewing the Belgian beer I brought over for you, I don't know, I'll fit it in somewhere on the podcast.
Oh, hang on. Yorick's chill, man.
Chill. He's getting low excited.
Good skunk and chill out, man, for sure.
I know. He's very eager, that DrayBarrel. But
anyway, I've got to point it out. As a good friend, you've got something white in your hair, like a bit of fluff. Turn the other way. There. No. Back. There. Go above your ear with your hand. Jesus Christ, why don't you turn your head and touch it there? You got it.
Is it gone? Oh, yeah, you're right. I thought it was grey hair.
Was it your brain? Is that your brain?
Brains. We got your brains. All right. Anyway, before I talk about my brewery, I'm just going to interject with a little correspondence of my own, if you don't mind, Governor, quickly.
Oh, from you or from someone else?
Oh, it's not from me. It came in, and I know we're on all these different platforms. And this one actually came through the fax machine, because we do have a DrayMen's Knowledge fax machine back here.
Yeah, I couldn't have that in my house. It'd drive me mad. So fair play to you for that.
Well, I mean, I keep it there, but it comes through. We don't get much, but this one came through this week, and I've had nothing.
I've had nothing by pigeon yet. Those 2 pigeons we bought, pointless.
Nothing.
So it'd be a bit like Harry Potter, but no one sent us any correspondence by pigeon mail yet.
What was the point of that? I hope you're feeding them well, though.
Here's hoping.
Yeah. Remember, DrayBarrels, we do have pigeon service available, so keep that in mind. I draw the line at smoke signals, but yeah. All right, so I'm reading it here. All right, butties. I do enjoy you boyos and pints. Bit of fun in it. Quick comment though, I used to run a chain of petrol stations back in the Welsh valleys before retiring to America. Okay, so he's an expat like me over here, so by the sound. Now I've been here a few years now. Sorry, but I think I know a bit about America more so than the ref. Okay. So you referred to Missouri as a northern state. Oh, remember that a couple of weeks back? And I reviewed.
Yeah, that's what you always say about any other state that is northern.
Well, I got it wrong here. Well, geographically, yes, but it is considered a southern state. Look up the Mason-Dixon line and you will see. But all in all, you lads don't do bad. And it's just signed off as Tarbet. So he must have done some...
and that's his name, or it's just a Welsh goodbye?
I don't know. It's just at the end, Tarbet. And
And the Mason-Dixon line, obviously, I know all about that. My love of Johnny Cash, but also a little bit of knowledge here. DrayMen's knowledge, nothing to do with beer.
Okay.
That's who Rocky Balboa fought in Rocky VI. He fought Antonio Tarver, who's a proper professional boxer at the time, but his name was Mason-Dixon.
Really? I've
They
never
called him the Line. Love that.
So Rocky VI, I remember Rocky V, where they were doing the street fighting and stuff with his son. I can't remember Rocky VI.
Rocky VI is called Rocky Balboa. And he comes back, he's about 60, and he fights him in the ring. It's good, actually.
It's a very good movie that I do.
And then he's moved over into Creed with the Rocky character. So Rocky's still going. Creed 3 comes out next year.
Are you serious? Oh, brilliant. Okay, I need to get. I think that was the last one I saw was Rocky Balboa. So I need to get back on that and catch up with Creed. But yeah, I mean, I kind of did basically look it up, Mason-Dixon line, and it kind of gave me a little. It just kind of splits the USA, and obviously Missouri kind of falls into the South, as does Tennessee, and actually like Virginia, which you would think of being northern, you know, Canada, but it's kind of classified as a southern state, you know. So it's interesting. Look it up, DrayBarrels. I've got a bit of I've learned a bit.
So the person that emailed in, I don't believe it's called Tarbuck, because I've heard people call that before. He just never left a name. If that was you, sir, if that was you on the fax, please get back in contact.
I'd like to know. It was just interesting. He had some, you know, he obviously is Welsh and ran a chain of petrol stations in Wales. But yeah,
I wonder if he lives near you. That'd be so interesting. That'd be so cool.
Maybe he'll get back to us. We'll have to watch that.
Sit and talk about slag heaps and things like that.
And coal in the veins and just being a miserable bugger in the valleys. We'll find out, okay? But anyway, I do you want to know about my brewery at all?
Please, talk to me.
Right. Okay. So clown shoes. I've had clown shoes before, but they've been going.
Snooker shoes once.
I know. Yeah. So they started in 2009. So they're going, you know, a little bit of a way, you know. So and they're out of Boston, and I know Boston is in a northern state. It's
correct.
So I got that right. So yeah, they've been well received in Boston, and they've really expanded their range, obviously, throughout the USA. So they're pretty big now. Website is fantastic. Please check it out. You get all the information you need. They have this is interesting. Look at the can. Where is it? This artwork, right? It's done by a guy called Michael Axt, and he's their kind of resident artist.
It's a bit like that's sort of the way it says clown shoes. A bit like it's gone out of my head now. Those little lead men called like Warhammer. What's it called? That shop?
Warcraft.
Game
of Thrones.
Games Workshop. What's it called? You know those?
Oh yeah, they had one in Cardiff. Games Workshop. I remember Warhammer.
Yeah, go on. Warhammer. Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah, my friend was into it.
Yeah, they got one in Barnstable.
But they kind of the reason they came about, they had an epiphany, if you will. They came across this beer that was actually called Clown Shoes. It wasn't from them. It was kind of a weird. Then they never really kind of got into it a little bit, but found out who it was. But they had an epiphany, and they thought they could. It was such a good beer. They thought, I could make my own clown shoes. So they decided to make their own, but they named the brewery after this beer. And so just kind of like clown shoe, and then they talk about how it means so much to them, and the reason, and they say like clown shoes, clowns in general have a questionable kind of presence. You know, I know my good wife is afraid of clowns. She hates them, and a lot of people are. But they kind of say, you know, that it's not.
Oh, is she afraid you fool?
No, they
fucking clown.
It's not the thing about clowns that made them laugh starting this brewery was the shoes themselves. You know, anything, you know, the clown could be scary, but when they're walking around in these big flappy shoes squeaking, that's the thing that got them. It was like, this is a funny thing. when clowns wear those shoes, that's funny, and hence the name. So there we go. It's interesting. Go to the website, have a look. They've got a lot going on. They have, now this is interesting, they have quite a few locations as well through Boston. So have a look. It's 1, 2, 3, 5 locations in Boston, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, it is.
So they're pretty well established.
Very impressive, those clowns.
I've got some beers that they do, but do you have any beers that your brewery does?
Yeah, I've already listed them.
Oh, you did? Sorry,
Yeah.
I missed that.
Tears of a Clown.
No, they do. So they do an IPA. If you're looking for an IPA, they call it Space Cake.
What's that got to do with clowns?
Actually, not much. Let
I
me
know
go.
you have like clown's nose, squirty flower.
But what does Unidragon, a fistful of Unidragon, have to do with clowns either?
They don't know what they're fucking doing. They're just mixing it all up, just pretending.
Well,
I should have gone down the circus route here and missed out. No one gives a fuck about Chuck Norris.
they do a.
Of course they do. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to be on the wrong side of Chuck Norris, but no one gives a fuck about someone looking like Chuck Norris with a gun and a tentacle. Clowns could have gone brilliant on that.
They
Clowns in that little car they drive and trying to put out a fire. Oh, it's awesome, isn't it?
I think the thing is, though, a lot of breweries, and they have a lot of beers. And sometimes I think if you focus in a little bit more, you can expand on the name. So like, magical door behind you, Governor. Just open it.
But
they do like
little wee, I think. So
oh,
wake up.
The kiddos. But they do like a tramp stamp, which is kind of clowny. It's kind of shoe related, and they do a hoppy.
No, it's not. A tramp stamp is a girl that's got a shit tattoo.
Oh, is it? I thought it was like tramps wearing big boots.
Such an innocent lad from the Vale. Such an innocent lad.
We live a sheltered life in the valley. But yeah, I mean, just a couple more is Blackhorn Unidragon, this is a sequel to, and it's another Russian Imperial Stout, and it has a big dragon on the front. So, yes, that's kind of cool. And they do a IPA called Bubble Farm. So, hey.
That's end of that. He's a bit clowny. Bubble Farm, that made me laugh. You know, clowns love bubbles. They love long ladders with no rungs. They love stuff like that.
Well, that is very true.
They could have had a lovely rungless ladder. What a name for a fucking beer that is.
God, I know. There we go. Anyway, have you got anything else on your brewery? Because I'm out.
Nose honk, anything? No, I haven't.
Okay.
I haven't got anything else on them apart from, if you're new to the scene and that and you want to try something out, I would suggest trying definitely Twisted Knot. But, there's plenty of other supermarkets doing good craft beer as well from proper, well-established breweries that take a bit more time. This really, we're talking about binner beer here. It's just been jazzed up.
Yeah.
And it's not horrible, but it's not the best. So that's what I've got on that.
Well, that's all right. We'll get down to our business.
For you, it's Drags of the Week.
And have you got a drag there, Governor?
Yeah, I've got a drag. There's a program here. I don't know if they have it in America. It's called I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. Do you have a version of that in America?
I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of the Jungle. Is that it? Oh, no, it's with Anto Deck, right?
Yeah, that's him.
Okay.
But it's usually set in Australia. And it's like they put a bunch of has-been celebrities and a couple of sports stars. in the middle of the jungle. They do all these tasks and that. It's a bit like American show Survivor from years back. But it's fairly mild compared with that. And they go out there. And it's the same shit repeated over and over. This is like the 20th time it's been on. But because of COVID and that, the last 2 years, they've been doing it in a Welsh castle. Now, as I said, it used to be in Australia. Because of the time difference, they would do it 7 o'clock in Australia in the morning, tends to be like 9 o'clock at night here, something like that. So the show would go out at 9 o'clock. So it could be live. Well, the show's being shown now and filmed in Wales, but they don't put the show on till fucking 9 o'clock at night. And kids love it. Kids love the show. We've seen the same bullshit. People eating insects, people doing these silly challenges and all that. And it's all right, but, you know, after 20 fucking seasons, there ain't nothing really new to it. And there's no danger from really being hurt. But the kids love it. Why do they put it on so fucking late? Why don't they start it at 8 o'clock? We're in this country now. Start at 8 o'clock. Families can watch it. Kids will be happy. Because if they miss it, their mates are talking about it at school.
Yeah.
So like tonight, it didn't finish till 10 past 10. Other nights, it doesn't finish till 20 to 11. Oh, you just think, fuck off. Get some fucking nerves.
That's stupid.
They detest the programme now.
Yeah.
2-3 weeks before Christmas, every year it comes on. And it's live and it's every bloody day.
Oh, my God.
My fucking nerves now.
My grandmother, well, she doesn't watch much TV anymore, but she was loving it. I was like, oh, man, why are we watching it? And this was probably 5 years ago. And I was like, oh, God, I'm sick of it. It's been going on too long now.
Exactly. I don't mind that Anthony and Declan. I don't mind them.
Yeah, they're good.
They are a bit of a poor man's Dick and Dom, but I don't mind them at all. Quite funny chaps, but it just goes on and on and on.
I know, and I like
it. With my kids. There's 4 of them. They all fucking keep going and going and going, and then you have no evening, and it's done. It's been pissing me off.
That's why I like new stuff. Like I loved that silly show when it was Big Heads, and they only lasted for 2 seasons, and it was like Mo Farah and stuff like that, and then it vanished. And I thought it was so original, and it was Big Heads, so it was like guys running around with celebrities and they do contests. So same thing, reality TV, but then they vanish. I do like The Masked Singer because it's
I like that. But that's only like once a week.
Yeah,
this is every single night for 3 weeks. Solid.
Yeah, that's intense.
Anyway, so that's my big why they have to put on good family shows so late at night.
Yeah,
that's only an excuse because a father of 4. So there we are.
I hear you.
What's dragging at the bottom of your pint this week?
God,
sediment. Any sediment swilling about?
Look, I still got half of this because it's so Imperial, so it's not quite a drag. We don't neck our pints here. Sorry, Phil, or whatever your name is. But
Phil 81, yeah.
But anyway, my drag actually is every year we always do Christmas after Thanksgiving. We get the tree up, we get the advent calendars and such like this. But this year it's all up in the air because we're supposed to be moving into a new house, as obviously you know, Governor. But the build isn't done, and we're still waiting on the electric and the water, and there's still a lot of work to do. So we haven't got Christmas tree up. It doesn't feel Christmassy to me. But the big thing is, like, we don't even, like today, I just suddenly realized we don't even have an advent calendar. We haven't ordered one for our young boy. And I always get a traditional advent calendar, the old fashioned, where you just open the windows and there's a little picture of Christmas.
They're like hen's teeth now. They're as rare as hen's teeth. The proper ones where you'd look at the pictures.
Yeah.
And that's what it was all about. Now it's all chocolates and, hardly, some of them don't even have anything Christmassy on it.
I get mine from Amazon every year because I'm used to that, it's traditional. It's kind of.
So why didn't you get in one this year? That's bullshit about me. Fair enough, you ain't putting up decorations. We haven't got many decorations up down here because we're supposed to be having it knocked through, but there's been a hold up with our outside doors, and because they're having bifold doors, So we've got a very small Christmas tree, and we've got some little decorations up. But usually we go to town, so we can't do that because there's going to be loads of dust about maybe next week.
Yeah.
But an advent calendar is a piece of paper. What's going on?
It is. I've absolutely forgot, and I'm sure my good wife has. I haven't even talked to her about it.
I tell you, who hasn't forgot? Your son.
No, he hasn't even brought it up. That's the thing. It's me.
Because he's processing it internally. All his mates going, "Oh my God, look at the candy I got," and all this type of stuff. Look at the chocolates. I'm so full up. And there's poor old Oliver.
What? No.
There's poor old Oliver, not your brother, your son.
Yeah.
Please, can I have some more?
Do you know what, though? To kind of recompense that a little bit, we had a package from my brother Oliver this week, and it's full of candy and chocolate and like Garibaldi biscuits and wafer biscuits and stuff like that. And he's
sent them over.
Yeah.
So when he comes over, you've got some biscuits.
And we've already eaten that. There's nothing left for you all. Sorry.
What a buffet.
But no, that I do kind of like, I miss that. And with that, like all at 6s and 7s here, there's boxes everywhere. Our house is full of boxes, and we're just waiting for this move. And we're supposed to put the Christmas tree up when we move in, which could be like mid-December. We're definitely be in by Christmas, but it's just thrown us for a loop, and we're all over the place.
Same as us, really.
You know,
we're supposed to have had our doors like 3 weeks ago. Then it was the first week in December. Then it might be next week. It might not be, because it's all about the glass coming from Germany or some shit like that.
Shit.
Fuck off.
Okay. That would have been another drag, is builders, but maybe we'll keep that. I know it's a drag.
Oh no, our builders are good. It's just that they're waiting on something that can't continue unless they've got it. So it's just
okay. All right.
So that's it. That's my drag. Quick one this week. That's basically everything I've got this week. I don't know about yourself. Shall I rate my beverage?
Let's get our ratings there, Governor. I'm fading out in this darkness, but
yeah, you are. Yeah, this is like a marmalade-y taste at the back. There is a hoppiness to it, but as it's going on, there's like a sickly thing at the back of your throat. It's okay, but like we've said, other beers are better than others, and this isn't better than any other beer. So unfortunately, I really enjoyed Twisted Knot, which is from the same brewery, if you will, but unfortunately with the old Plunged Orange, I can't go above a 4.5. I won't be buying it again.
Oh, that yeah. All right, well that's yours. On mine.
Yeah.
Okay, I will Clown Shoes, A Fistful of Uni Dragon. Lovely artwork. Not overly impressed with the actual stout itself, but it's okay. I mean, it's just a standard stout, you know, so you can't knock it for that. It's strong. It's been growing on me. I'm really struggling to pick up the coconuts and the caramel. It really doesn't filter through. So it's probably going to be, I rated a good stout today for Advent. So I'm going to probably go with a 6.5 on this as a stout.
6.5. Well, I look forward to your Advent one tomorrow.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, thick and fast all of a sudden. All of a sudden, I wake up tomorrow morning, I've got to record for Advent Day 3.
I know.
Oh, the life of a podcaster.
And the trouble is, when you get up, you won't actually see mine because we're 6 hours behind. So mine will come mid-morning for you because of the time lag and such, you know. But
it makes it more exciting, doesn't it? When's it going to come out? Oh, the anticipation. So I hope everyone's enjoying them. Enjoy some correspondence about them if you've enjoyed it. But other than that, I think we're all done for this week.
We are, and we will see you next week, and just keep watching the Advent. And ta-ra.
Merry Christmas, ta